All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Shout out to all the basketball fans out there. If you are a basketball fan, you've probably seen Steph Curry give a speech at the NBA opening ceremonies dedicated to Brittney Griner, saying she needs to be back home and, you know, things of that nature. We're going to get into what he said right here, but don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe while you're reacting to the videos with me. Now let's get into it.
Brittney Griner celebrated her 32nd birthday today as she remains in a Russian jail. She celebrated in the foreign jail away from her family, teammates, and friends. Warrior star Steph Curry took to the microphone in the middle of a Golden State's championship ring ceremony on Tuesday night to make an impassioned plea in support of Griner.
I want to continue to use our platform and the opportunity to shout out a very special member of the basketball community. Brittney Griner's birthday is today. She's 32 years old. We want to continue to let her.
Now, I'll be honest, right? I don't keep up with basketball the closest, right? But is Brittney Griner a special person in the basketball community? I don't really know. I don't know what type of noise she was making in the WNBA before she got locked up. I know she was one of the best. I'm pretty sure she was one of the best players. However, the WNBA doesn't have as many eyes on it. You know, like, was she a special person before she got locked up, or is she just a special person because she's being detained in Russia?
Her name be known, and we pray that it's been 243 days since she's been wrongfully incarcerated in Russia, and we hope that she comes home soon and everybody's doing their part to get her home.
So he says that she's been wrongfully incarcerated, but if I'm not mistaken, she actually pleaded guilty. So if she did plead guilty, then she's waiting for her sentence. You know, but the fact is that if you do the crime, you got to do the time if you get caught up for it. And she got caught up for weed, I believe, for possession of marijuana in Russia. And, you know, Russia isn't America. They got different laws. I've never been to Russia, but I wouldn't be smoking weed in Russia, I'll tell you that, because, I mean, look, she's a good example of why you shouldn't, you know. And I think Russia probably wanted to show us that, you know, we not above the law. They'll get an American person and make an example out of them. Sure, why wouldn't they? Why not? And yeah, so there's that, you guys. But I also have I got Steph Curry's thoughts on Brittney Griner from June 7th, 2022, right? So let's see if what he says then lines up with what he said yesterday, right? Or a few days ago. Let's see if it matches up, because honestly, a lot of people are giving him, a lot of conservatives, you know what I'm saying, giving him crap, but I don't think this is nothing to hang the man about. He might not be someone he might not be a political person. He might be, you know, yeah, like a bit politically weak, so to speak, or just a bit weak in general. Maybe you can make that argument. But at the end of the day, you know, if he wants to give a speech, he can give it on what he wants, and he might not have been the one to put the team up to doing that. Somebody at the top for PR, for, you know, just because it looks good, could have told Steph Curry, hey, you know, you the star player on the team, we want you to give this speech. And he just like, all right, cool, I'll give it. He doesn't seem to have much passion. But let's see what he said about Brittney Griner back then.
We've seen an uptick over the last couple of days in NBA players and teams bringing awareness to Brittney Griner's wrongful detainment in Russia. And a sentiment that we've heard over the course of this, fairly or unfairly, is that if this were LeBron, if this were you, the situation wouldn't be continuing to the degree that it is now. What do you think of that?
Before he says what he thinks about that, I think it's wrong to even make that comparison at all. Like I said earlier, we know the WNBA does not attract as many eyes, as many fans as the NBA. I think that's solidly known across the board. So, of course, it'll be a different situation if Steph Curry is locked up in Russia, or LeBron James. They have more fans that adore them. They probably know more people, have more connections. They have more money for sure. It'll be a different situation, but you can't compare the two, because one is an NBA player and the other one is a WNBA player. It's a big difference, a big distinction.
I mean, there's something to that. I think it's obviously
It's not because they're men and she's a woman. No, it has nothing to do with that. And also, it has something. And also, a big factor of it, the biggest factor, is that she got caught up. Rightfully, she got caught up, and she pleaded guilty.
From the time you heard about the story kind of unfolding and understand what she was going through and where she was at, and the helplessness almost of like, what do you do to help get her home safely and quickly? And now we're over 110 days, I think, around there that she's been, wrongfully detained. So it is an unfortunate situation, and it's a tragedy in terms of, she needs to be home. She needs to be safe. She needs to be with her family. She needs to be, back home. I think if you compare it to what the noise and the conversation and the awareness of her situation versus somebody else, like, I don't like to play that game because right now it's just about getting her home and everybody, joining that effort and joining that front to make sure, she's talked about. And all hands are on deck and all resources are thrown at getting her home as soon as possible. So I know those efforts are ongoing, and hopefully there'll be some positive, ending to this story.
Yes, absolutely. Steph, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Well, life goes on. I don't think she did anything to get her put in jail for life. But at the end of the day, you guys, I just want to say, don't be too hard on Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? He's a basketball player. I don't see him blurting out as many dumb things as LeBron James is. You know what I'm saying? He's not even that vocal. I personally don't even think he cares as much as he's speaking about it, and I don't even think that it was 100% his motive to give this speech. I think it was a team thing. It was a PR thing. It was something to make the team look good. And yeah, I think that's what it all comes down to. I don't know if he has some type of relationship with Brittney Griner. I could be 100% wrong, but that's none of my business, right? None of yours either. But before I go, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for your chance to win a free Insider Plus or All Access membership to the Daily Wire, which I will be giving away at the end of the month of October. All right? Till next time, I'm out, you guys. Peace.